I was in a class about a few weeks ago. I think
Wow,
maybe
that's
2 or 3.
Out of the norm for
Yeah,
you.
I know, right? I think 2 weeks ago, and someone in the class raised their hand to the professor.
Mhm.
Professor was asking about the textbook, how the reading went
Sure.
that day, and this person raises their hand, and I apologize if you're one of these people,
Sure.
but I had to stop myself from laughing.
Okay.
They said, really proud of themselves too.
Sure.
I found a typo in the textbook.
Okay, let's go.
I found a typo.
That's pretty neat.
And no one knew what to say.
Right.
No one in the class knew what to say.
Okay.
The professor is finally like, "What? Nice."
Wow, right on.
And then he says, like, when that happened to me in college, I would kind of get a list of them going and then just send a whole list to the publishers after a while. Sometimes they would come back and thank you with an email. But then after a little while, it made me realize nobody really cares.
Yeah. Oh, that's what the professor said.
And that was just kind of stunned silence.
Oh my goodness.
And I don't think he meant it as like antagonistically of like, oh, nobody cares that you found this typo.
Yeah.
He just kind of said it offhanded. But I think we all kind of picked up on the subtext there.
Sure.
If not the actual text of the reading.
Yeah, it was over text.
Yeah.
Here we go. Hello, everyone. Episode 17. We're back. Nathan and Ryan, me and my co-host.
That's right.
Just two guys having a podcast. So, yeah, we're still at it. We're back at it again. Another week.
Actually, back in the office.
Like 4 days. Yeah, back in the office. Back in the living room, you could say, in the studio. But been like 4 days since we recorded the last episode.
It's been a quick one.
Yeah, tight turnaround. But what's been going on with you, Ryan?
Well, I'm gonna ask you a question.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I know the answer already.
All right.
But just for the sake of the audience.
Sure, shoot.
We all know you can sing.
Okay. Yeah, I think I've established that pretty well.
Can you dance?
I think I can dance.
You think you can dance?
Yeah, so yeah. I think
all right.
I can dance.
I can't dance.
I think you can dance.
I've never considered myself a rhythmic person.
Okay.
Really, I just can't get the rhythm down. I'm not musically inclined. I wouldn't say I'm a singer like you.
Sure.
I can't play any instruments well. And this is the one thing I'm hoping we can improve upon. I need to learn how to dance.
Oh, why is that?
Specifically within the next 2 days.
Whoa.
So
2 days.
It's Friday, right?
It is.
Homecoming week is coming up.
Oh, okay.
And I'm part of an organization that is going to be participating in one of these homecoming events. And one of them is a dance.
Sure.
That's pretty much all there is to it.
It's choreographed.
It is choreographed.
It's like a dance battle, if I'm remembering correctly.
It is.
Between some of the different honor societies on campus.
It's like 2 minutes long.
I'm assuming it is choreographed, right?
It is choreographed.
So
all right. I've been practicing.
Okay.
I've actually been practicing quite a bit.
No way.
And it's still not going well.
If we had to ballpark hours.
Ballpark hours? Okay.
Yeah.
6
hours.
6 hours.
Whoa. And what kind of period of time? In the last week?
In like the last, it's Friday, so 3 days.
3 days. Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
It's going to go okay. I've got about half of it down.
Okay.
So it's, like I said, 2 minutes long-ish. And there's 3 songs.
Okay.
So it's a remix.
Nice.
And I've got the first song, I got it down.
Yeah.
All right. If I don't say so myself.
Good.
Second song.
About halfway there.
Is about halfway there.
Sure.
But it's a lot more fast paced than the first song. So it's a lot going on at once, a lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
And I'm not really sure where I tie into the equation either.
You don't know where you tie in.
Well, I know what I need to do.
A flaw in the choreography.
The problem is my references are videos with one person in them. So I know what I need to do.
Sure.
But I don't know what's going on in relation to everybody else, really.
You're going to be just as surprised as everyone else.
So I've got a general idea, but at the same time, I don't know if my timing is all that right or what. Third song, I got nothing.
Okay.
I haven't even touched it.
That's going to be another 6 hours probably.
Probably. I'm probably going to go practice tonight after we finish.
Nice.
But public speaking, I don't think I have a problem with anymore.
Okay, that's
I'm
nice.
not sure how public dancing is going to go.
Okay. It's something that they don't talk about a lot.
Yeah, and really you're not talking during it either. Yeah. You're just kind of moving with the music.
They say that public speaking is the number one fear, but I think not enough people are considering public dancing. That's probably
maybe because not enough people are doing it.
Yeah, this needs to be more prevalent, I think.
Yeah, I took a public speaking course in high school, but they really never touched on this.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I think people, consider, they're like, oh, I've been dancing, maybe I've been, to a dancing bar, had a conversation with the DJ, that sort of thing. But this is not what we're talking about. This is your people are watching you dance. You specifically. Other people
aren't dancing.
Right.
You might. I've been to dances. Mm-hmm. I've danced at dances.
I've danced with the best of them. But
Dancing with the Stars.
Yes.
But in all of those, you've got everyone else is dancing.
Right.
In this, like you said, they're just kind of spectators to the event, the dumpster fire.
Right.
So we're gonna see how it goes. Mm-hmm. I'm optimistic, despite being worried about it.
I like that. I like that about you.
You gotta smile in the face of danger, for one.
Yeah.
And really just gotta have fun with it.
And let's just say I'm always smiling. So right. You take that as you will.
Yep. And danger is my middle name.
Right.
A few other things. Mm-hmm. So when was the last time you painted something?
Probably 8 months ago.
8 months ago.
No,
wow.
More than that. I don't know.
More than that?
Over a year, probably.
Over a year? All right. Reaching 12 months or more.
Sure.
So last time I painted something was about 3 days ago.
Wow, that's pretty recent.
Pretty recent. That's why I brought it up, actually.
Sure. Oh, that makes more sense now. I was wondering.
But before that, had to have been at least 2 years. Uh-huh. So I'm going in needing a refresher. Mm-hmm. The thing I'm painting is, again, for these homecoming celebrations, a banner.
Okay. Sure.
So we got a banner going.
Is this going to be in the background of your dancing?
I don't know where the banners are put up.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest.
Sure.
I do know our banner scored third place for the organizations.
Okay.
That's 150 points, I think.
That's already been scored.
Already been scored.
Oh, all right.
So we've got a leg up on the competition already.
Yeah.
But like I said, we're painting. A lot of it's already done by this point, but I'm kind of going in for the finishing touches.
Sure.
And I don't know what it is with me and art, music. It's really just not for me.
It's a recurring theme.
It is. It's not great.
You just go in, whoa. All over the painting.
Art class was always my least favorite because even though a lot of art teachers are like, they don't grade you on how good it looks.
Yeah.
They grade you on like, did you use the technique or did you follow the rubric? I don't know. Uh-huh. Every time I made something, it was pretty bad.
We just can't give you full points. It wouldn't be fair to the other students, frankly.
It honestly doesn't seem like you tried.
Yeah. That's tough.
Normally I did pretty well, but I was very unimpressed with my own work.
Okay.
Coming out of it, like to the point where I didn't really want to show my parents what I made because it's like, this is embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like, you call this a clay pot? It's it's more like a lump.
Right. Right. You can't even put anything in there. I didn't touch it.
Did you do the kind of clay coils that you would you kind of roll clay into like thin ropes and then kind of coil them up into
I know what you're talking about.
Thing.
I don't think I did that. No.
I have done it at least twice.
Because they made me I failed. I had to retake that class.
Well, I think we did it in middle school and high school. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like, here's the first time you get to try. Sure. And by second time, you should have it down, right?
Yeah, you have experience on the
frankly,
resume.
Twice was 2 times too many.
Yeah.
Both of the times, it's kind of leaning one way and it's kind of going inward.
Sure.
Not really what you want.
Well, it could be a feature. I don't know.
Yeah,
if it looked cool.
It was a design choice.
Yeah, exactly.
Painting, it's been a little better.
Mhm.
I've never really understood watercolor.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. If I do say so myself.
Yeah, it just blends together. I just end up with a brown paper at the end of it. But
regular paint, though, I like it. I'm just not good at it.
mm-hmm.
It's relaxing, but it's also kind of intimidating. I don't know. Because I don't want to
get relaxed, but I am fearful.
And
for sure.
I do always kind of find myself
danger.
smearing paint just where it doesn't belong.
Yeah.
Which was my primary fear while doing this banner, which people had put in many hours towards.
Yeah.
But it came out, like I said, it came out on top. If by on top is third place.
Yeah, on top of everyone but the first two.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, like we said when we started, it's only been about 4 days. That's been a lot of those 4 days, was these homecoming activities. Kind of it's not even homecoming week.
Yeah, that's next week.
It's really just preparation for them, for people like you. So you're welcome, for one.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, maybe this year will be different. Maybe I'll get around to taking in more of the things. In the past,
you've never been really a participator?
Never been a participator or really a taker.
An observer either?
Of any, an observer. I remember walking by the, corn stalk, I think is what they call it, kind of the homecoming.
That's right.
They got the Ferris wheel. They got grilled corn.
Yeah.
That's notable for me. I didn't realize that was free. I think that's free corn.
Oh, wow.
Which is, can't get much better than that. But
yeah, so expensive these days too.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know. I will say, I feel like I was spoiled a little bit. I'll say that as a child.
Spoiled how so?
Just got everything that I asked for. Yeah, as much corn as I wanted. No, I grew up going to the University of Missouri homecomings. University of Missouri, birthplace of homecoming, some would say. Oklahoma State also says that they're the birthplace of homecoming, but I don't think that's right.
I've never heard that before.
Mizzou has a bunch of stuff going on.
Okay.
They got little skits that all the Greek life people put on. They got the parades, of course. Got a substantial parade. We've got I would say it's not insubstantial parade.
It's not huge. No. It's not really medium sized either.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's a schmedium, I would say.
Sure.
But yeah, so I think that kind of put a damper on homecoming for me up here. But maybe, I've never been to the dancing event, so maybe that'll take it up a notch.
Well, like I said, I invite you to come. Mm-hmm. I've never really been a participator either, or an observer.
Yeah, I'm
kind of on the same boat as you. Just never really had a reason to, I guess. Yeah. I actually remember last year not being an observer of the parade, but actually being severely inconvenienced by the parade.
Oh no!
Was trying to get back. Through. Well, I was trying to get back to my apartment. As you know, there was a shuttle that would drop me off, and the parade actually went exactly through the shuttle route. So they had blocked off the streets. I was kind of standing there like, how am I supposed to get home?
Yeah.
I'm watching the parade go through. Like, what is the shuttle in there?
Can you guys give me a ride back? Can I ride with you, Miss Nebraska?
Yeah,
that'd be great. Get on the back. You just start waving.
Hey. I'm on my way. On my way back to my apartment.
Yeah.
In reference to the skit, so I have to do a skit.
Okay, that's fun.
The problem is, it is a one-man skit, and I'm the one man.
You're doing a one-man show.
I'm doing a one-man show, and it's 30 seconds long.
Is this the jester thing?
It is.
Yeah, I that's so bizarre to me.
I don't know what to do.
You just were selected as the jester. I
was selected. I did not choose it.
Okay.
I was kind of voluntold to be the jester. It's a 30-second skit, and I have no idea what the people want to see. Like, we're doing this podcast, I don't even know what the people want to see.
Right, yeah.
But nonetheless, families with little this is during the Cornstalk Festival. So there's going to be families with children and all these other interested parties or uninterested kind of coming in. I gotta
see that one as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of wish I hadn't brought it up.
Is there any lead up? Is there anything like, this is what you're supposed to do? Or is it just like, try to be as entertaining as you can be?
Well, there's restrictions, but there's
Okay.
no recommendations.
What are the restrictions? What are the restrictions?
The restrictions, they do not help. Let me tell you. So I'll bring up them exactly, but the ones I remember. So
like no expletives. Dang it.
Well, yeah. So
That's
no,
what I was gonna do.
No expletives, no inappropriate
Just
language,
30 seconds.
all that.
Yeah.
But no organic elements.
What does that mean?
So
you only GMO foods. That's what we want.
No organic elements, no liquid elements, no I think flammable elements.
What does organic elements mean?
Well, I was thinking food.
Okay.
So like no food, but I'm also thinking maybe no animals.
Okay. It's organic. Maybe no me. Am I organic? I don't know.
That's also, I guess I'm not showing up.
Organic.
Yeah, absolutely no flammable, organic, or liquid elements.
Dang it. That ruins my entire sketch.
Automatic disqualification if you bring any of those. Oh, okay. Sorry. Next point. There was also no animals allowed.
Okay.
No animals allowed.
I guess that was not included in the organic, but covered anyway.
Not allowed to throw anything into the crowd. I wasn't really planning on that. I mean, I wasn't planning on much of anything, but the one idea that I did we generated amongst ourselves for me to do was centered around corn.
Okay.
We're at Corn State.
Sure.
Corn University.
Yeah, that's pretty notable. Yeah.
The idea was modeled after maybe one of our icons of the podcast. It would be a corn eating competition.
No food though.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So the idea was
it's just you act like you're eating corn. See, I ate more than you.
Well, this was before we knew the rules.
Oh, okay.
So we would get all this corn, and then much like how they dip the hot dogs in water, you dip the corn in butter, and then just go to town.
I like that.
Try to get through as much corn as possible. I had issues with this before the automatic disqualification came into effect. Namely, how much corn can you eat in 30 seconds?
I mean, I can eat a lot. I think I can make my way through it. And
second, how does the dipping into butter work exactly? Is it warmed up? It's melted butter?
Yeah, I think it's got to be.
And that's when I think it qualifies as liquid.
Oh,
so that was already out the window.
I mean, you could just put in a little margarine, a bucket of margarine,
sure,
and come out with it. Yeah, I don't know.
My other issue was I don't really like eating in front of people.
Sure. Excuse me.
Especially as fast as possible.
Like eating off to the side a little bit.
So that idea kind of got vetoed.
I do think
with the rule set.
I do think they should consider implementing that outside of the gesture competition, just a coordinating competition if they don't already.
It's a good idea. I thought it'd be funny, but also just a little uncomfortable for me specifically.
Yeah.
Get a stomach ache or something.
And it's only one person up there.
That's right. It is just me. It's not really a competition either.
Yeah. It's more testing your own limits.
Yeah.
Kind of track.
How much corn can I eat in 30 seconds?
Yeah.
You know, that reminds me. I think it was 8th grade, maybe 7th grade. We had to come up with our own science experiment.
Okay.
So my idea was, I don't really know where I was going with this either. I think it just had to do, it kind of did have to do with testing your body to its limits. But I'm not sure that I was really going for that.
Okay.
So
just unintentional.
The experiment was, you have a timer and you have a glass of water.
Okay.
And the idea is how fast can you drink this water?
I did this over the summer. Okay. I'll say that. I did not even a science experiment.
Great. So maybe you have some data that you could send me.
Sure.
Because I never turned that in.
Okay. Yeah.
But then the dependent variable or the independent variable was the liquid being consumed. So other than water, I would try it with milk.
Okay.
I would try it with
goes down a little
soda.
Smoother.
Just a few.
The soda is tough. It is.
So I would try it with a variety of different liquids and just see how fast someone could drink these different drinks.
Yeah.
And I remember submitting my proposal completely serious, like, I'm gonna do this. And my science teacher comes up to me and she says, Ryan, the proposal looks great. You filled out all the requirements.
Yeah.
I kind of have, I'm kind of concerned about the ethical implications of your project. I'm worried you're going to get hurt trying to drink as much milk as possible.
That is concerning.
So I actually end up getting to do that.
Okay. I would have suggested maybe an alternative. You do different temperatures of water. Put ice in there, not ice, that sort of thing.
Boiling water.
Yeah. I think that would have been much better than trying to drink milk. I mean, milk would have been ridiculous, but
yeah. I don't really like milk that much, so it would be.
Yeah. But I also went down the consumable route one year for my science experiment.
Okay.
I was like, what kind of science experiment do I want to do? What would be fun? And I was like, eating cookies. So what I did,
Mom, I need cookies for my science experiment.
Exactly.
It says it right here. Yeah. Promise.
Hey, yeah, no, I
can't believe she signed this.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so I did what kind of ingredient makeup, like basically why are cookies different shapes out of the oven? So I was like, we'll just change different recipes.
So you're just throwing different
made a lot of
quantities
cookies
in there. Wow.
Yeah, different amounts of butter.
But it seems like a lot of them wouldn't be good.
Well, we kept it in a tight range.
Okay.
But, you measure diameter, height, that sort of thing. Go to the good old ginger snap cookies, little molasses. But anyway, viscosity. Am I right?
Sure.
But
yeah, I don't know what I was trying. Yeah, I guess just how fast could you drink water?
No, I like that. I think for a full glass.
One of the great scientific questions that hasn't been answered yet.
Yeah. I did this while I was house sitting, actually. I would fill it up and it would take about 15 seconds to fill up the glass. And then it would take about 15 seconds for me to drink it.
Oh, wow.
So, basically I could just have taken it straight. It really could have just been,
constant flow right there.
Yeah, exactly. But we were definitely kind of, it also helped out with breath control as well.
Sure.
Just, you kind of hold your breath as you're going
that's right.
But anyway.
A few of the other rules that I have to abide by, I guess, if I want to play music, I need to have it vetted ahead of time. Okay. That's agreeable. Participants can dress up. So I guess this isn't a restriction. This is a recommendation.
Yeah.
Examples include body paint, corn heads, mascot costumes, wigs, and anything super fan related, etc.
That's the recommendations.
It says participants can dress up.
Okay.
So I might need to dress up.
Okay.
This is a family-friendly event. No vulgar dance moves.
Sure.
So, okay. Profanity, slander. No slander.
No
okay.
Slander.
There goes my routine.
Dang it.
Derogatory comments. Yeah. Do you have any ideas?
I've been trying to think, honestly. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you do. If I'm being honest.
They don't leave you a lot of room. I'm going to be honest.
There's not a lot of wiggle room.
No.
You can maybe wiggle.
Is that vulgar? Is that a vulgar dance move? Yeah.
It
says there's going to be children, family. It's a family-friendly event.
Mm-hmm.
That only makes me assume there will be children there.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Here's an idea, though. I say maybe you do the dance that you're practicing for Monday, but just the solo version of that.
Oh.
You just redo it.
Well, I don't think that'd be allowed.
You don't think that'd be allowed?
Specifically by the vulgar dance moves.
What kind of dance moves we got going on Monday?
Well, I don't know.
Ronnie is going to be pulling out some wild rides.
I don't know.
Some vulgar dance. There's no way you're doing vulgar dance moves.
It's not vulgar, but it's not family friendly.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
That's interesting. That's an interesting line.
It's not vulgar, but it's not family friendly. We walk the line for sure.
Wow. All right.
So I look forward to you attending both of those events.
Yeah.
And kind of watching me crash and burn in front of a live studio audience. Anyway, like I said, that's been the consumption of my week so far.
Yeah.
So what have you been up to?
What have I been up to? Really, I would have been up to things that I feel that young Ryan would have been proud of.
Okay.
Frankly, I think he would have.
I'll be the judge of that.
I've been putting my body to the limits, and specifically, I've been putting the roof of my mouth to its limits.
Oh no.
So recently picked up some more pizza rolls,
okay.
as you might know, which you probably don't. But anyway, one day was a little bit late to, getting up and at 'em. Or I think I was actually doing something else, but classes were coming up soon. I was on a time crunch, didn't have lunch yet. So put in an order at Qdoba, which is, one of our options here on campus.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I hope they get it done in time, but I'm not feeling great about it. I'd heard tales of 2-hour Doba waits when it said 20 minutes. So I'm like, I'm not feeling great. Let's just get some pizza rolls going. Especially because I had about 20 minutes before my class started. So anyway, I did something that I wouldn't recommend, but I do think presents an interesting competition standpoint. Maybe instead of the corn competition, we could have this. And I think it's the pizza roll timed contest.
Yeah.
You've got a certain amount of time, which includes, here's what happens. It's from frozen pizza rolls to eating those.
Okay.
So you get to decide what you want to do. Obviously, microwave is going to be the pro strat, but how long do you microwave it for? And then, after that, how long do you wait for them to cool off before you start going?
It's definitely a cost-benefit analysis there.
It is. I think there's some interesting routes that you can go with that.
Yeah, just kind of cranked up microwave to full power, but might burn it. It's going to be hotter, probably.
Right, exactly.
So it'll be done sooner, but gotta wait a little longer, or not.
Right.
For eating.
Exactly.
So what strategy did you opt for?
So what I opted for was 2 minutes cook time.
Okay.
On high for 12, which is the lowest end of the recommended.
Okay.
So probably could have gone for less. I think maybe the strat in this case is to just warm them up to lukewarm and go. That's got to be the best way to do it. I don't know. But maybe there's got to be some time limit. You have to have at least this amount of time. It doesn't matter. But anyway, warm them up for 2 minutes, let it sit. There's someone that is kind of in the area as well. So I'm talking to them and I'm like, I'm running out of time here. Yeah. So then I start, I try, open up a side. They're busting at the seams by the time they come out the microwave. So, try to blow in there. I'm like, all right. First pizza roll goes okay. Second pizza roll did not open up. And that was a mistake.
Yikes.
So yeah, no heat had escaped. Until
it's escaping all under the roof of your mouth.
Yeah, exactly. And that presents another issue when you're trying to have a conversation with someone and now you're almost in tears involuntarily from the heat.
You're basically crying.
Exactly. So, but we did finish those off. We also took them to go a little bit, was kind of walking with an open plate. Yeah. Kind of going down the stairs with them, but so that's what I've been up to from a lunch perspective.
I mean, yeah, I definitely relates to our earlier topic. I feel like you could also maybe pair that with the drink. How fast can I drink this cold water to soothe my burned mouth?
Can I drink this milk to really wash this pizza roll down?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that could be an option. There's something that we can play with there.
Have you had the new gluten-free pizza?
Oh, at Moxie's?
Yeah.
Thing? I have not. I'm intrigued by it. I am a little hesitant about it.
But intrigued. Yeah. Okay. Here's what I think.
Okay.
I've had it.
It's a cauliflower crust, right?
Well, no. You can get a cauliflower crust.
Oh, but you did not.
But I mean, cauliflower is gluten-free, but there's also gluten-free bread that you can get.
I got you.
I opted for the gluten-free bread.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you're going like keto,
sure,
you go for cauliflower.
Yeah.
I think that's what that means.
That makes sense.
So we went. Now you confuse me.
You went the gluten-free crust.
Yeah, gluten-free crust.
Yeah. So I actually had the cauliflower.
I got the cauliflower.
Whoa.
And I had pizza rolls.
Uh-huh.
No, I got the gluten-free crust, pepperoni. That was the pizza. And then
no cheese. No sauce.
No, well, I forgot that. Yeah, you can choose the sauce. So it was red sauce, just kind of classic. And then, well, is that funny?
No.
And then pepperoni, and that was the pizza. And then I also saw an option for gluten-free cookie.
Okay.
And I like cookies.
Sure.
When I get Qdoba, I'm almost always getting a cookie.
That's one thing I've always known about you. Yeah,
that's right. So I'm intrigued, but hesitant. Like you said, I decided, why not? We're going gluten-free for the first time. I've never really tried gluten-free food before. Yeah,
maybe we'll have a gluten-free Tuesday or something like that.
That's right. Just add it on.
Yeah.
A little side note about that. We're back on track.
Okay.
So
for 1 week now?
For 1 week now.
Okay, nice.
Or it might be 2 weeks. But we're back on track. Don't worry about that.
All right.
We're not breaking the streak anytime soon.
Good.
We did the gluten-free cookie. The pizza. It definitely tastes different. Okay. I'll admit it. But it's not bad.
Okay.
It's just different.
Sure. Sure.
I feel like there's a lot of stigma around gluten-free food. Like, it's not as good as regular.
Yeah, there is kind of an astigmatism there.
Included food.
Yeah.
But it didn't taste bad. It didn't even taste worse. It just tasted like a separate thing. No, okay. Not better. It tasted like an entirely kind of separate thing.
Interesting.
That, you could try and not really be any better or worse for it. Unless you have a gluten allergy, you'd be much better for it.
Yeah, that would be way better. Sweet. I'll have to try it then.
I would recommend trying it.
Yeah.
Like I said. Anyway, the cookie, this is kind of where it goes off track.
A little bit of a different story there.
Wasn't a big fan of the cookie.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it was the actual dough or the chocolate, but neither felt right. Is there gluten in chocolate?
Surely not.
I don't think so.
Surely not.
I'm pretty sure there isn't, but it seemed like the chocolate tasted different than maybe that was just the type they were using. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the dough.
Were they raisins?
No.
Oh, okay.
I've made that mistake before. Okay, Never again. The dough was definitely kind of. I guess I should have said this before we started. This cookie was substantial.
Oh, all right.
It was about the size of 2 of my fists.
Okay.
So if that means anything to somebody that can't see my fist.
Putting it up there.
Yeah.
That's pretty big and very round shaped.
Imagine if you're imagining a cookie in your head right now before what I said. So the normal size you'd imagine. Yeah. Imagine like 1.5 times that size, maybe 2 times that size. It was a big cookie.
Sure.
Is what I'm trying to get at.
Sure.
And it was thick. So it was like that thick, maybe. Yeah, again, you can't see that if you're just listening. It's about
that thick.
About a centimeter and a half thick, maybe. It was substantial. It wasn't great. I don't think I would get it again. But it also, I couldn't stop eating it.
Okay.
So that's something to say for it.
There might have been something in there.
It wasn't chocolate, but it was something else.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
It was different but bad.
Yeah. But addictive. Yeah. I got about 10 cents. So
yeah.
Well, anyway, that's good to know. Stay away from the gluten-free cookies. Stay toward the good
stay with the gluten-free pizza. Don't let it out of your sight.
All right. I won't.
I'm all about trying new things, especially when the things are kind of new, but really not new at all because it's pizza and a cookie.
Yeah. Kind of in the comfort zone, but a little nook that's a little bit less comfortable. Yep. Maybe the heat's a little bit higher there.
That's right.
But a lot of the major events in my week have been revolving around the career fair.
That's right.
So yeah, big career fair this week. seeing what kind of jobs we got.
You've been on the job hunt.
I have. More in person now, but this week I actually went to the dry cleaners for the first time.
Okay.
I've never gone to the dry cleaners before, which maybe I shouldn't be admitting, but I'm doing it. Gave a first cleaning going in, but didn't really know what to expect. I'm trying to look up on Google, what do we got?
You're looking at the reviews.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, there's one that had about 2 stars. I'm like, all right, that's not going to do it. But 5 stars will do it. So that's where I went. It was a pretty easy choice.
Yep.
Good old Sun-Kissed Cleaners. Not related
not
to
the soda.
Not the soda. He actually said he got a cease and desist and just ignored it. So yeah.
I learned about that in business law.
Yeah. There you go. Which, I talked to him about that. I was like, I took business law last semester, and I think you're in the clear. But the thing is, I think he actually is good. We don't need to go into that though. But anyway, great guy. I'm like, all right, this is Monday at 8 a.m. when they open. I'm like, I got a career fair on Thursday, so I kind of need that done by then. He's like, no problem. I'll get it done Wednesday. So he writes down my name, writes down my phone number. I'm like, all right, sweet. He'll get back to me when they're done. So, obviously Monday, Tuesday gone. Wednesday comes around. I'm like, all right, kind of waiting for the call.
Yeah.
When are we going to get it?
You're sitting around like dreading when you're going to hear that it's finally done. And you can go do it.
Dreading to hear that it's done. But I'm like, all right. Pretty busy day Wednesday. So I'm like, not top of mind. Wednesday night comes around though. I'm like, ooh, didn't get any sort of contact.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, well, we got pretty much 2 options here. Option 1, I go and try to get it back, no matter what state it's in, and say, I'll finish the job.
Mid clean, not dry.
Yeah, I don't care. I'll take
dripping.
it. Yeah. Option 2, buy a new suit. That would be another option. Because I really went all in. I gave him my suit. I gave him all my shirts.
Oh, wow. You did the full service.
I've still got khakis in my wardrobe, but khakis, ties, that's about it in terms of fancy clothes. So like, whatever. I'm kind of prepping myself. I'm like, you know what? I'll fight for my clothes if I have to.
Preparing for the worst.
What kind of negotiation strategies am I going to employ here? But yeah, walk in. Turns out they were ready all along, which I maybe should have expected. But
you walk in like, I didn't want to have to do this.
Look, what's it going to take? I'll give you whatever. I just need my clothes back.
You're kind of putting on the brass knuckles. Like, I didn't want to do this, but
yeah, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. All right.
Yep.
So, but yeah, then
you did it the very easy way, as in you paid for the dry cleaning. You received your goods.
Paid in check, Ryan.
Oh.
How about that? He did not take credit cards, which is where the cash kind of comes in poorly. But luckily, he did alert me to that on Monday when I dropped him off. He was like, no, we don't take credit cards. So I'm like,
so you have checks then?
I do have checks.
I don't have any.
Well, there you go.
My bank just doesn't give them to me. So I have to
probably request them.
I mean, yeah, but I've never had a reason to request them.
Yeah.
But I feel like back in the day, you just get those when you open your account.
I certainly did.
So
back in the day of 2 years ago, probably.
2 years ago. So yeah, I mean, even longer ago, I didn't get any.
Yeah.
I still have. I mean, I've filled out a check before, but never.
I was sweating a little bit. I was like, okay, this dude definitely knows how to fill out a check.
Yeah.
I'm feeling a little shaky.
He's going to spot any errors I make.
Yeah, exactly. But, we got a lot of lines. Usually when I'm getting checks, I'm cashing them. I'm making money moves, right?
Yes.
So I sign on the back. On this case, I'm like, wow, there's a lot more fields on the front here than I'm used to.
Where do I sign?
I'm pretty sure I got it right.
Nice.
If not, he has my number. So maybe he doesn't. I don't know.
Your account number.
Sure. He has that at least. Yeah, he'll take out money. But anyway, yeah. So there was that piece. Got my clothes ready, and then also got my hairs ready for the thing.
You got a haircut.
I did get a haircut.
I didn't even notice.
Well, that's good that you mentioned that. I was like, all right, this career fair's coming up. Probably should schedule a haircut. Get all cleaned up. So I set the appointment. This was Tuesday morning. So big week for me. But yes, scheduled the appointment. And then, I'm like, all right, sweet. We got that done. And I'm kind of get up, look in the mirror. I'm like, I really didn't need to. It looks pretty good. It looks where I'm at is like, why did I do that? Why did I schedule this haircut without even...
You're having second thoughts.
I did have buyer's remorse immediately after scheduling that appointment.
You had buyer's remorse before you actually paid.
Yes, exactly. But I'm like,
if only you could cancel the appointment.
That would have been nice. But I didn't do that. But I was like, I did justify it. I'm like, all right, the back definitely could use some cleanup. The back, the sides, and we'll be good to go. And so I did go to my appointment, and I ended up not regretting it. So I had buyer's remorse before I paid for it. After paying for it.
What's the opposite of buyer's remorse?
Buyer's celebration. Okay. That's what I had.
You had a party.
I did. I was a little bit hazy afterwards, but then after I'd showered and all that, then we're good to go. It did present me with the opportunity to follow up on something that we had talked about earlier in the podcast, which is your hair cleanse that you went on.
Oh.
And kind of ask about what's going on with that from someone who maybe knows a little something about hair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I was like, I got to get these questions answered because I'm still thinking about it. My mom's talked with me about it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, what's going on with that? I'm like, I don't have the answers. Mom. And so I was like, let's get some answers. And so I was like, all right, how do I bring this? Like I said, I was with the same lady. I never asked for her, but I always get paired with her, and I never specifically asked not to be with her. I'll say that. But I always end up with this lady, and we kind of have this status quo where we don't really talk to each other during the haircut.
So she's kind of caught off guard right away.
I was like, how do I bring this up? Because it was about midway through when I remembered this, and I'm like, I should probably ask about this. And so I'm like, all right, let's do it. And then I'm like, how do I bring this up without sounding weird?
The age-old question.
So, a friend of mine was telling me, like, it wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
No.
I had a friend that was telling me about how, some people like don't wash their hair. Like, how weird is that? Am I right? But like, mine's looking good, right? No, and I was like, so like, is that good? Like, what's going on? What's going on there? Like, right?
Give me the rundown.
That's so crazy. Like, I would never try that.
Who does that?
Yeah. And she's like, yeah, no, some people do that. I don't really recommend it. But she said, you probably can't afford to do every other day or something like that. So, but always get your hair wet. That's what she did say. She said, okay. Still get your hair wet. Just
so
don't.
Not what I did.
Yeah, don't do that at all.
Well, basically what I did was really bad.
Yeah.
And
could have done permanent damage.
Sure.
But it's looking okay.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So anyway, kind of got some closure to that story, so to speak.
Well, I was going to ask about that actually.
Yeah.
I was also going to ask if your stylist had a broken wrist while she was cutting your hair.
She did not.
That's strange.
That kind of threw me off guard. I was expecting that, but that didn't happen.
I think I'm about due for a haircut too.
Okay.
So we'll look into it.
Sure. Maybe get a second opinion.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Back to the career fair. It seemed like there weren't a lot of employers there for one, but also a lot of employers that really were not involved in computer science at all.
Okay. Yeah. So I will say, if you looked up online, you could find the employers that were there for computer science. And then it was also the same day as like a combined fair with like business finance, something like that.
Was it though? I thought that was a different day.
Same day. It could have been in a different location, but
I don't think I think they're all in the same location, but.
Oh, okay. They were both day 3.
Oh, okay.
Of the thing. So
even if that's true.
Sure. Which it is.
There weren't, at least when I noticed, I went from about 2 to 4 p.m.
Okay.
Not a.m.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say employers. 2 to 4.
2 to employers. 4. I mean, it was probably about 2 to 4 employers that I really talked to.
Mm-hmm. I
did talk to a bank. I said, hey, I was attracted to your booth because it seems like you've got a lot of cookies here. Again, we're back on the cookies.
Are these gluten-free or no?
These, they
Do you have
just,
any pizzas?
they just had these really, they looked appetizing kind of cookies sitting out, and no one was taking them. No one was even talking to them.
Okay.
And so I walked up, I say, hey, I'll be honest, I'm here for the cookies.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure you don't have anything for me, a computer science student. They're like, no, we don't.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that sucks.
That's so tough.
That really sucks.
Start just shoveling
that sucks.
stuff into your bag.
So can I have a cookie? And they're like, oh yeah, go ahead. Hey, take one of those. Also, take some of this other stuff too.
Sure.
So I'm grabbing pens and
you're stocking up. You got a whole stationery set by the time you're out of there.
That's right. And I'm walking around with this cookie now. I didn't want to eat it because I wanted to talk to at least one other person.
Ryan.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about the chocolate.
I walked by this other booth and this guy starts talking to me. He's like, what you got there? What is that? I was like, oh, this is a cookie.
Oh,
this?
Yeah.
You ever had one of these?
Yeah, it's called a cookie.
I was like, oh, some bank over there gave it to me. I don't know what they were called. And he's like, oh, a bank? Yeah. Really? And I was like, yeah. Like, they said they didn't have any positions for me. I'm computer science. He's like, oh, dang it. I'm also from a bank.
Oh,
and I was like, oh, okay, cool.
You really resonated on that bank thing.
Yeah. And I was like, wow. And then I thought that'd be the end of our conversation.
Yeah.
And then he said, you want a fruit by the foot?
There we go.
So I was like, what? You got fruit by the foot?
Yeah.
And he's got about 20 fruit by the foot that haven't been taken.
Not on the table?
No, they're on the table.
Oh, okay. I thought he was getting out of his lunchbox or something like that. He's like, hey,
you want a fruit by the foot?
I got a ham sandwich.
I'll take it.
Oh, yeah. We got some Doritos, chewy granola bar.
And so I got this cookie. Now I'm about to get this fruit by the foot.
Yeah.
All that's running through my head is, why is nobody taking this stuff?
Yeah. This seems like the prime pickings right here.
I mean, t-shirts and pens and everything are all well and good, but to be honest, a lot of that's just going in the drawer not to be seen again.
Let's just say I can't eat a pen. You know what I'm saying?
And I've tried.
Yeah. Many times.
T-shirts are doable.
Yeah.
The cookie and the fruit by the foot, though, like, that's sustenance. I mean, it's not good for you.
Right.
It fuels you up.
I've lived off fruit by the foot for quite a while.
Yeah. And college, I mean, I saw there was one booth that was giving out the little like macaroni cups that you get heat up in your microwave.
Yeah.
And nobody was taking those either.
You say, I'll just shovel this in. I might bring it. Come back with my car.
Yeah.
And we'll just pack it up.
So it was just a little bizarre to me. I mean, would you take that?
I don't know. I will say I didn't bring a bag or anything. So maybe that's on me. And in fact, I didn't get much swag at all. T-shirts or otherwise.
Okay.
I got 2 Garmin bags is what I did get.
Oh, wow.
On accident. So if you want one, you can definitely have one.
Thank you.
It's a tote.
Thank you. I talked to them, but they didn't give me a bag. Maybe you got mine. So.
That's probably what it was. So I'm picking this up for my friend Ryan. Just go around, say for Ryan. Yeah, Ryan can't make it. But yeah, I was pretty slim to none on the swag.
So I'm talking to this guy at the bank. He's offering me the fruit by the foot, and then I think that's the end of the conversation, right? Because he's a bank. He's got no positions for me.
And I've taken the fruit by the foot. So what else is there
I'm
left?
about to walk away.
Yeah.
And he says, so what got you into computer science? Why are you interested in that? And I start explaining it to him.
Sure.
Let's talk about high school, college,
sure,
all the works. And he's like, oh, nice. So I've got children.
Okay.
And I'm trying to see what they might be into. So I'm thinking computer science, maybe.
Yeah.
Math, stuff like that. And so he's like, so how would you recommend getting my children into computer science?
Sure. Now you're taking on more of a consulting role here as a child development consultant. I'm
giving my recommendations.
Yeah.
And, we're striking up a rapport. And at the end, I take my fruit by the foot. I walk away and I was like, that's the best interaction I had
There
during
you
this career
go.
fair.
I feel that though.
And it's for something that won't probably benefit me in my career, but it was a good interaction at least.
But it's more like you made an impact on the world.
That's right.
By maybe getting 2 more computer science students.
That's true. In a
here.
way, I caused them to potentially become tech billionaires.
Yes, or to potentially really hate the work that they do.
Yeah.
If they don't enjoy it.
And to be fair, I did make the point. I said, hey, get them in early.
Mm-hmm.
So if they hate it, they can leave early too.
That's a great tip. That's a pro tip from you. That's how you know that you're a pro, Ryan. This isn't your first rodeo.
No, it's not.
You've done consulting on early computer science development before. And that's kind of your focus area.
Maybe let's move on.
Yeah.
To something a little less career focused and a little more, I don't know.
Anything else focused? I got something.
Hey, go ahead.
And I feel like maybe, obviously, you're going to be knocking elbows with Ronnie before too long, our beloved chancellor, and maybe I'd like to get some feedback to him. But I feel like our campus is really just falling apart.
Okay. I'll make sure to tell him.
Yeah, not really, but it is just interesting that the state of things on campus. I wouldn't say littering, because littering implies trash, and it is kind of trash, but let's just say I think I've seen about a full wardrobe spread throughout campus from some point or another.
Okay.
We got some socks on the way to the dining hall, just on the sidewalk.
Gotcha.
Hopefully, I guess no one's come to claim them, so I don't like. How does that happen? How do you have socks on the sidewalk? How do you lose that?
I feel like I did see a shirt the other day.
Over. Yeah, I saw one, I think, by Selleck, maybe.
That might have been it.
In the quad over there.
It was in this area.
Yeah. I'm like, who is this the same person, or are these different people? What's going on here? Where you have...
Is someone building a full outfit here?
Maybe. I don't know. The other thing is I've seen an abnormally high amount of dropped ice cream cones around campus.
Oh, I saw that picture that
it's unbelievable. I posted 2 on my Be Real. I saw a third.
Mm-hmm.
This is within just a couple of weeks here.
People need to take better care of their...
Yeah, we need to get some PSAs out there. How to hold an ice cream cone.
Not upside down.
Right, don't do that. With a tight grip, but not too tight. That sort of thing. It's a little bit disturbing. I'll be honest.
It's wasteful.
I feel bad for the people that dropped it, but I mean, come on, you got to be better than this.
Got to be mindful.
I'm assuming these are college students, but they might be young children. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. It does seem like there's always a school bus coming through here, dropping off children to go, I guess, eat all of our ice cream.
That's exactly what they're here to do. This is the only place to get soft serve.
Yeah.
So you got to get in there.
And to be fair, it used to be right here in by Selleck, the dining hall, before that got turned into sort of a order your own cafeteria.
Yeah. They switched it from like an all you can eat buffet to a pre-order kind of situation.
So now the nearest ice cream is a few blocks that way.
Yeah, you cannot order ice cream. It's tough. You can order a smoothie if you want.
I've tried the smoothies. I'm not big on smoothies.
You're not big.
I mean, I think I prefer my food in solid form.
Rather than the liquid or plasma, non-Newtonian fluid, maybe.
One of them.
I don't know. But
it's not gaseous.
Probably not. Unless they blend it up really good. But anyway.
I don't know. I've tried 2 smoothies there.
Okay.
I got the Big Red that first time. Or maybe I think I got the Big Red Sunrise the first time because I saw orange juice. Hey, I like orange juice.
Sure. It was not orange juice. It was not orange juice.
It tasted really orange.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like,
this is like what I expected.
It is what I expected, but it's still not good. Like I expected something else. I mean, I expected not to like it. Mm-hmm. So in that way, it fulfilled my expectations and that I didn't like it at all.
Well, here's a place that I recommend you don't go. Juice Stop. Even though it sounds like it would be a great place for you if you like orange juice, they're actually a smoothie shop.
Oh.
It's not juice at all. I mean, there's juice in the smoothies, but I don't think...
What's up with that?
I don't think you can just... They might have some like packaged juices that you can get, maybe. but it's one of the more confusing names.
That's disappointing.
Yeah. I guess Smoothie Stop was taken. It's also like baseball themed. I don't know. It's kind of weird. They've got their whole thing is all sorts of messed up.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I tried the Big Red after that. Again, peer pressure.
Sure.
And didn't like it either.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 2 strikes you're out.
Big Red Sunrise wasn't great, but maybe if we get rid of the sunrise, now we'll be better.
If there's anything I hate, it's the sunrise.
Yeah, exactly. That's one of my least favorite things.
I was gonna do the Nutty Professor, which in my opinion is the best named drink there.
They certainly put their all into that one.
And
then they just went
ones.
Big Red on the others.
But also, I don't know that I want I don't want to drink peanut butter. I don't know.
That doesn't sound amazing?
No.
Why not?
I like eating peanut butter.
Okay.
I don't.
So do that. No.
So why don't you eat some?
What's holding you back here?
I mean,
it's just you're not drinking peanut butter. There's other stuff in there. It's more liquidy than peanut butter.
You are drinking peanut butter though. Like
that is a component.
Let's establish that.
Sure. Establish that on the record.
But I don't know. It's just like I said. I prefer my food. I prefer my food in solid form. My food in solid form.
Nice.
I prefer my suit dry cleaned.
That's the instructions I left today. Say, hey, can you have this in solid form? I need it by Thursday. Thank you. That'd be great.
Peanut butter is already on a slippery slope there. It's kind of solid, but not solid.
Yeah. Don't test me. Yeah. You had one more drop of liquid in there. I'm out.
Don't get me started on syrup.
Yeah.
And I do like peanut butter. I don't like the idea of drinking it. I don't like the idea of smoothies in general.
Okay.
Smoothies with peanut butter. You're not really getting that out of me. I'm not gonna lie. All right. Have you heard of smoothie bowls?
No.
Neither had I.
Okay. I just made that up.
Yeah. A smoothie bowl is, I think, it's what it sounds like. It's a smoothie in a bowl and you eat it with like a spoon.
Okay. That sounds bad. But
there's also like a lot of like solid pieces in there too. It sounds like yogurt to me.
Okay. Maybe I'm getting on board with it. Is it like an acai?
Have you had yogurt before?
Is it like an acai?
Imagine yogurt, but then liquid in a smoothie. Would you drink that?
Yeah. Sign me up. There actually is yogurt.
Frankly, I was in disbelief that a smoothie bowl was a real thing. I thought they were pulling my leg. Like, it doesn't sound real. It sounds like yogurt.
Yeah.
Which it very well might be. Anyway.
Did you ever have the fruit at the bottom yogurt?
Fruit at the bottom yogurt?
Yeah.
Maybe. It
wasn't great.
I don't think so. Is that like, a brand?
No. It was like a cup. It was like a yogurt cup, as many are. But instead of like, let's say you got blueberry. Instead of having like blueberry flavored yogurt, they would have plain flavored yogurt and then just blueberries once you got to the bottom.
Oh.
It was awful. It was the worst.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Have this plain yogurt with a hint of blueberry at like the last layer of the yogurt.
Yeah.
And then eat some blueberries that are like covered in yogurt.
It wasn't great.
That doesn't sound good.
I didn't really look forward to eating them. But once we got to the mixed yogurts, I mean, I was all in on that. I was like, this is so much better.
Wow,
where has this been? I think there's also fruit at the top, maybe, which is maybe a little bit better. Maybe you were supposed to mix it up. Maybe that's what you're supposed to do.
Now that I think about it, it would make a lot of sense to mix it up. Yeah, I don't know that I've ever had yogurt like that.
Yeah, maybe bizarre. They might have discontinued it. Yeah, I'm not sad to see it go.
All in all, smoothies, 2 thumbs down, 1 per smoothie that I've tried.
Sure. If I try another, we'll have to get someone else involved so we can get a 3rd thumb down in here. But
won't be going back.
Yeah, that's fair. Ryan, I've got maybe a 1 thumbs up and 1 thumbs down. Thumbs, okay. 1 thumb up, 1 thumb down for this next thing I'm going to talk about, which is the military memorial outside at the ROTC place.
Okay.
Now, first off, this is new construction. So I was like, one day after I was at the gym. So at the gym for like the first time in a while. But came back. I was like, oh, let's check this out. Because, I'd like to support the troops. But basically they've got this sort of, they redid the staircase, but the main attraction is they've got these almost like plaques. They're more like metal stands that have writing on them and whatnot. And basically it's about some of the tenets of service, of serving in the military and whatnot. They pulled all these military people and got like quotes and put them on there, basically. And I love it. That's the thumbs up. Great. Love the gesture. Love the idea. Thumbs down has to go to some of the execution specifically. And I don't want to be that guy, but the grammar and the spell check.
Oh,
I'm not usually this guy. Obviously, we talked about this with the textbook.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Not really a big deal. People don't really care. And I generally stand by that. In textbooks and whatever, it's not a big deal. But when we've got such a permanent fixture, we spent, I don't even know how much, but probably a lot. It looks nice on this installment. And it's commemorating the armed, the military, our veterans and whatnot. It's like maybe we could have just done a quick read through.
Yeah.
Maybe on the second
little
time.
spell check.
Yeah. I mean, we got
Throw it
letters.
into Grammarly.
Yeah. Honestly, that's all it would have taken. Wouldn't have added to the budget at all. Just put it in Word and we would have been good. But yeah, we got letters that are capitalized when they shouldn't be. We got contractions that like aren't a thing. We've got like things that don't really make sense. Like I understand that they like grabbed quotes from people, but like out of context, it's like I don't even know what you're trying to say here.
Okay.
It kind of detracts from the experience, honestly.
So the capitalized letters, I feel like that might be symbolic. Or is that like, are these in the quotes? So it doesn't, I'm confused.
These are like, it's like someone accidentally hit enter and it's part of the same quote, but it's on the next line. The first letter is capital.
I see. Okay.
Like,
yeah, I haven't seen this, by the way.
Maybe check it out. Obviously, you're going to be, I poisoned the well a little bit for you here, but see if you just notice. Because it was noticeable for me.
I do agree that probably should check, before you put that up.
Yeah.
I will go and look. I'll probably see it during my tours.
Sure.
So maybe point it out too.
Yeah. So, and hey, they actually missed this.
Here's the military memorial.
Yeah.
How many errors can you spot?
Yeah. Come back to me.
This is an admission requirement for the English department.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, you guys are computer science? Oh, what are we doing?
What are we doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's difficult for me to say without having seen it, but I'm disappointed if what you say is true.
Yeah.
If what you say is false, then I'm disappointed again, but in you this time.
Right. Yeah. I mean, again, I really hate to be like grammar police kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's not who I am.
Yeah.
But this one was just like a little throwing me off here.
Uh-huh. You couldn't help yourself but bring it up.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually found a typo. I walk into the office. Hey, yeah. I read it and I found the typo.
That memorial you put up.
You guys are gonna want to come look at this.
Come here.
All right.
Right here. See that?
Yeah.
Shouldn't be there.
Boom. Now it's engraved. Got a YouTube comment dropped on our last video here.
That's right.
A little question for us, for the Lanky Boys, asking if we're single. Now, Ryan, you said you had some qualms with this question.
Well, hey, no, I appreciate the audience engagement.
I do.
It's really appreciated. I like people asking us questions. I'm happy to answer them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like I need another reminder in my life
of the relationship status,
the status.
Status
if
symbol.
That didn't give it away, I don't know what will.
I'm in a relationship.
I am in a relationship with myself. Yeah. I'm working on myself.
Yeah.
We've been working on myself for a while now. Single.
Mm-hmm. Single
is what my Facebook status would say if I had a Facebook.
If you had a Facebook. I do have a Facebook, but my status doesn't say anything, which is maybe why he felt the need to ask, because he checked the Facebook. But yeah, that's I also I'm in the same spot.
Maybe I should have. Yeah,
I will say, not we appreciate the fans and whatnot. We did bring this up, episode 10. We did mention this.
We did?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Uber for Hopeless Romantics.
Oh,
this was
that's
mentioned.
right. Yes.
But yeah, I mean, hey, happy to bring it up again. Really, maybe even next episode. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
No, it's all good. We do appreciate the comments and the questions.
Yep.
No matter the cause.
Keep them coming.
I'm personally happy with where I'm at.
Oh yeah.
But
I know I sound bitter.
Yeah.
But trust me,
I am.
all jokes aside, it's just really not a priority, I don't think, for either of us at the moment, especially especially as seniors in college, presumably to go off to our separate corners of the globe.
It does. Yeah.
It really just kind of
my corner
minimizes the experience or the.
It does present an extra challenge there.
Yeah.
It's like, well, what's going to happen? But,
not to say I wouldn't if anybody really.
No, what I was going to say is, is a lanky boy really single when, we've got each other?
That's right. Yeah, I've never really considered myself single when I'm around Nathan. So take that how you will.
Exactly. Now, we do also have an extra thing. Maybe this will also bring up ask if we're single or not.
Yep.
But we do have a voice memo. Okay. This one from Bryce. He's a big fan of the pod, as I think he'll mention maybe. But the title of this is "How would you get out?" Oh my gosh, I can't read. Maybe I misspoke on the military memorial. Maybe I just can't read. All right. How would you get out of out? Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's not going well.
How would you get out of a parking ticket?
Okay.
So here we go.
Oh.
The volume is up. Here, let's get that going.
Sup, Nate and Ryan. Bryce here, avid 3 a.m. in the afternoon fan. Got a question for you. Some context. I'm at the campus rec, and I see there's this cop-like show, but they're just following around these parking meter enforcers and recording what people's reactions are when they see they got a ticket. Weird show, but they're, some people, I like to see their strategy of what their excuse is. Some people, one said, "Hey, you're taking a meal out of my baby's mouth right now." One guy, interesting, don't know his strategy. He said, "Look, man, I'm honest. I got a girlfriend and I got a puppy." Not sure what he was going for there. But my question to you, what would your strategy be if you saw someone giving you a parking ticket? What's your excuse going to be to try and get out of it?
There you go. Thanks, Bryce.
That's a good question.
Appreciate the voice memo. Love the show. I have not seen that one, but I would love to see it.
We'll have to reach out for the title because I'm a little intrigued.
Hey, send that our way. Maybe in a YouTube comment.
This is very relevant, actually.
Okay.
I didn't bring this up before because it just didn't seem important, but I actually got a parking ticket for the first time yesterday.
Whoa. Oh no.
It was after the career fair.
Oh, classic.
So that really just hit it where it hurt.
Yeah, exactly. So do you take cookies or food by the foot in payment?
That's my strategy. It's a food bribe. I know the officers get hungry on the job.
Yeah. You set up your own kind of booth here. You're like,
the donut store was closed. So do you take cookies? Yeah. All in good fun.
Mm-hmm.
But it was really unfortunate because I'm looking at the ticket. I don't really know what to expect because I've never gotten one before. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to see, when was this issued?
Yeah.
So, hey, I'll be honest. I was overtime.
Okay.
So I'll admit that. Mm-hmm. The thing that kind of bothered me was that the time listed was, I think 3:46 p.m.
Sure.
I look at my watch, it's 3:50.
Oh,
so I'm like,
just missed it.
You gotta be kidding me.
That's for.
I'm looking around like, can I still catch them?
Are there any cameras
which
here?
Which way did they go?
Filming my reaction.
Yeah, it's like I got.
Yeah.
And so to get out of the parking ticket, I promptly went home and paid it online.
Oh, yeah. That's one of the better reactions, I would say.
Yeah.
Dang. When did your time run out?
my time ran out, I believe, at 3 p.m. I think.
Okay, so it was quite a bit over.
It was over. Hey, I
thought you were
admitted
going to
it.
say your time ran out like 3:45.
Yeah,
or even 3:50.
They were just they were waiting there, kind of hopping around, like waiting for it to expire.
Yeah. Gotcha.
I'm sprinting towards the meter, and they're just kind of standing there, like, you better get here.
Right.
You better get here.
Yeah. Make it. Looking at the watch. They pull out the speed gun. How fast are you running?
Yep. So I don't know. I think that would be my strategy.
Yeah.
Food bribe. How about you?
Yeah, I like bribing in general. I've always said that.
Sure.
Hey, how much of this are you getting a cut of this or not? I don't know what I would do. I think first step would be just park in a good area, I would say. But I do run the risk sometimes I'll park illegally. So if there are any traffic enforcers watching me, get on you, I guess.
Good for you doing your job.
Yeah, I think, I don't know what you can do. Just plead to their humanity,
Really?
Yeah. Or
do you have a baby to feed, or I mean, we already know you don't have a girlfriend or a puppy.
Say,
so
I'm single. I'm
single.
Okay, so you don't understand.
I have no pets.
You are taking money out of my bank account right now.
Single, no pets, no children.
Yeah.
Actually doing pretty well financially.
Yeah. But this is going to set me back.
Got a scholarship. Got a job.
Yeah. So, hey, I'm working on myself here.
Yeah.
So this is going to set me back a little bit in my progress.
Yeah. I'm actually in Parking Anonymous.
Yeah.
And I just got my 30-day chip
this is brutal.
No parking tickets.
Gonna have to reset it if you give that to me. We would really hate to see that, wouldn't we? Oh,
this probably affects me a lot more than it does you, because you have parking pass on campus.
I do, and
so you just park in the garage there, and it's all good.
It's all well and good.
For commuters like myself, a commute of about 5 minutes.
Sure,
you do need to park or take the bus, which I've done in the past, but it's not pleasant.
Okay,
and it's really kind of inconvenient.
Right. So do you not have a commuter parking pass?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
But do you pay the parking meter?
I pay the parking meter.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
A wink. No, I actually do pay.
Yeah.
And I normally, like I said, this is the first time I've gotten one, and it was because of the career fair. Like, don't blame the career fair, not myself, obviously.
Right.
Kind of lost track of time in the career fair.
It was probably that guy that was asking about help for his
children.
And
I'm trying to be a good guy.
You say, hey, I'm late because I was helping someone with their children.
Yeah. So, I was being a mentor.
Yeah. I was mentoring. Mentors get a pass, right? That's what I thought. But
talk to the officer like, hey, I was with some children.
Yeah.
I was helping them out.
They were dropping ice cream. I was I was just trying to help out with that. But
anyway, I mean, I feel like that could be another strategy. Just really kind of talk about the good that you're doing in the community.
Yeah, the good in the community. So, hey, I've actually probably already paid this ticket when you factor in kind of my volunteer work that I was just doing.
Well, unpaid utility back to the general Lincoln area.
Yeah.
I've kind of put in more than I've gotten.
Yeah.
When you think about it.
This feels a little bit tipping the scales.
Yeah.
A little bit here. Mm-hmm. So thanks for the voice memo. Thanks for the comments and engagement. And thanks for listening. Really, all the for lending us your ears. We appreciate that. We are still on the road to 13 reviews.
Yeah, that's right.
On Apple Podcasts, but we're getting there. So yeah, appreciate you listening, hanging with us.
Yeah, episode 17. It's my favorite prime number.
What, really?
No.
Oh,
actually, it's 11.
That's unbelievable.
But we're second favorite.
Yeah, we already passed 11. No. So anyway, we'll see you next week.
Thanks. All right.
Banana, it makes sense.
All right. No, that's a bad example. I was gonna say ice cream versus melted ice cream.
So they're still pretty good.
Yeah. So that was a bad example, like I said.
Mm-hmm.